for this week's failure file, let's talk about boundaries. I try to really have strong boundaries in all aspects of my life. So, personal, professional, with family, with friends. And this week, my boundaries were tested. Fridays for me is sacred. Like, we don't work on Fridays. I've never liked working on Fridays. I think we all should go to four 4 days a week of working. And Friday nights, particularly, are very sacred for me. So instead of doing my normal Friday, like routine, going, relaxing, refreshing, resetting, et cetera, people started asking me for things. My mama started asking me for stuff like, go run this errand. I don't run errands on Fridays. I had another friend who wanted me to come out on Friday night to go to an event. And, I just felt really torn. And then I started committing to these things, knowing that it will break my own boundary. So, by the end of Friday and even the end of the entire weekend, I was just exhausted. I had violated what I knew was a supreme boundary that I have because I don't want to be drained. And then I became resentful because I did all these things for them, knowing it was violating my own boundaries. I didn't honor myself. Once I thought about it and really thought about what boundaries look like, some people interpret that as laying down rules for other people. It's actually really laying down rules for yourself. Boundaries only work if I enforce them. Friends can ask, life can demand, but it is my responsibility to protect my time. Otherwise, I teach people that my boundaries are negotiable. And boundaries aren't really about saying no to people, it's about saying yes to yourself. If you don't guard your sacred time, no one else will. And so I just want to make sure that we have a framework for what boundaries are. So, boundaries are about protecting your energy, they're not about controlling others, they're about clarifying your limits. Rules are external. They're imposed by systems or leaders. They're enforceable, but they don't necessarily honor your personal needs. And then you have expectations. Expectations are invisible scripts that we carry. They can inspire, but if unspoken, they can often lead to frustration. So, all in all, boundaries protect you, rules regulate others, and expectations shape relationships. So, remember to really honor your boundaries. Say yes to yourself. It will just pay off in the long run. And that is this week's Fail Forward File.